I'm telling you. You don't know what you got till it's gone, man. That Rumble Studio really hits the spot, you know?
I think you've just gotten used to it, grown accustomed to it. I think if you had the time to actually dick around with StreamYard, you'd probably like it. It's just that we were forced to use this as a last resort because we spent the last 2 hours trying to fucking figure out what the hell is going on with Rumble Studio.
Yeah, and then and it would have been fine to broadcast without the Rumble, but it just ended the stream as soon as you started it. And it's like, oh boy. Have I finally banned from Rumble? But no, we're on now. So I don't know. All right, that thing has glitches sometimes. Maybe tomorrow it'll work.
Yeah, maybe by next week it'll fix itself out. We'll see.
If not, we'll be fully prepared.
When have we ever been fully prepared?
Well, I mean, yeah, you see what happens when you have no idea how much time I put into this show on the back end of it to make it go smooth.
Right. And then everything goes to shit and you're just like, all right, now I have to rebuild everything again.
I literally spent all afternoon loading the clips and the slides, and I mean, the problem was I was really ready to go tonight.
You came at it with too much positive energy, and Rumble was like, "Oh, nah, this guy's getting too cocky."
All right, I don't know. It just seems like we finally make the front pages, and that we're finally getting advertised from Rumble. Finally,
yeah,
everything lines up, and now it's just back to shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, oh, the fucking the stoners think that they can make it into the Rumble game. All right, we'll just make their studio shit themselves. See how they do then.
Yeah, we're up our highest rated show ever last week. Jetsons Tech from the 1960s display exactly how truck works today. Huh?
What?
Let me show this. He's gone again. There's a picture of that sexy son of a bitch. Look at him.
Yeah, we can actually see it.
Siri truck is a typo. Do technology, he's saying.
Some quick, easy content to do for tonight could be how the cartoon show The Jetsons shows future tech, but it is from the 1960s, and they display exactly how new truck works today. Well, I mean, I've seen people already make videos about that, but I've seen people pitch that as like, oh, it's a grand conspiracy and they predicted the future. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure these nerds grew up watching these things and they were like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if this was real? And then they grew up and became fucking nerds and then tried to make it happen. I don't think there was a grand conspiracy. I think it's just art becoming reality. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like everybody's like, yeah, the Simpsons predicted this. And the Simpsons have been on for 40 goddamn years, 22 episodes a year. Yeah.
There's an episode about everything. I'm sure that I could go through any Simpsons episode that I could possibly, like any season, any episode, and I could go like, oh yeah, that's an OJ reference. How? I don't know. Fucking why not?
Yeah, they showed Trump going down the escalator. Yeah, they showed everything. That was back when The Apprentice was on. I mean, I mean, it's just quinty-ginky. Yeah. The funniest thing I did see, and I really had a big thing up for this tonight. Though we'll do about 15 more minutes, and I'll let you go.
Oh come on, we gotta do more than 45 minutes at least.
Okay. Whenever you're ready to tap out, you let me know, and then I'll edit something together, and we'll put it up later.
Okay.
But Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes.
He is the new Tom Petty of music.
Ugh, I hate how true that is.
he's come up with everything ever recorded, ever done. That's all his stuff. He's a genius.
Yeah, I still one of my favorite. It was a joke article, obviously, but I would like to think that it's true. Is that Billy Corgan has stated in an interview that Kurt Cobain is the greatest lyricist of their generation, excluding himself, of course.
So I saw this thing. He gets on and talks about that band, Collective Soul.
Okay, yeah.
And he says that the Shine was stolen. That riff, he stole it from Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. That Heaven Let the Light Shine Down or whatever, one of the biggest grunge songs ever in the history of charts.
Yeah, that yeah, that one, yeah.
And so he goes on and he rips him a new ass. So he goes, "This is my song. He ripped it off. I'm gonna sue him." And the guy from Collective Soul goes, "All right. Here's the video and the tape, and it's dated 1987 when I wrote this song. I believe about 10 years before you said I stole it from you. So I don't know. Are you in a time machine? Did I go in a time machine and take your riff and then write it in 1987? He's like, fuck you, Billy Corgan.
Yeah. It's because it's literally impossible for great minds to think alike. Like, no, this dude stole it from me.
Then he literally has the two guys on from Stone Temple Pilots to tell them that you ripped my fucking song off. That's basically the only reason he had those guys on.
Yeah.
And when you listen to the songs side by side, they're nothing alike.
No, well, what was the song that Billy Corgan accused them of stealing?
Plush.
Plush?
Yeah, Plush is Billy Corgan's melodies and songs that Scott ripped him off.
What?
Yeah, that's what the guys are like, whoa, what do you want us to cut you a check or something? What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, that's not even comparable.
Not even that. Every single guitar recorded after him sounds exactly like his. They ripped the guitar tone off. Everybody.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed Billy Corgan, but I happen to have these Billy Corgan signature guitar and Billy Corgan signature guitar pedal. What are you insinuating here?
Would you get reading them later? I'm not trying to do that already. Yeah, so I mean, who likes Billy Corgan? He sells tickets, I guess, but who likes his guitar tone is terrible, by the way.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins is it's all right. That's pretty much my take on them. Is like, yeah, they're okay. They have some good songs, I guess, but not my first choice for anything really. The only really Billy Corgan thing that I know of where he was in somewhat of a positive light was that I worked with a dude who, when he lived in California, he was a bodyguard for different musicians and celebrities. Mm-hmm. And Billy Corgan was one of them. And I asked him what it was like, and he said, actually, he was one of the best clients I ever had. And I was like, that's surprising to me because most stories I've heard about Billy Corgan was that he's a massive asshole. and he's just like, well, I mean, he didn't treat me like we were like fucking friends or anything, but it was just, the dude was on time. I would just go up to his room and say, Mr. Corgan, the limo will be here in 10 minutes. Like, okay. And then I show up in 10 minutes and say, Mr. Corgan, your limo's here. His shit's packed. Like, all of his shit is packed. I help him carry his bags. We get in the limo. I get in the limo with him. We drive to the arena. He doesn't say shit. But, it's just like, but compared to other clients that I've had that are fucking nightmares, Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's good to hear because I hate prima donnas.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like he was just strictly business. He's just like, yeah, you're here to do a job. I'm here to do a job. Let's just fucking do this.
But I just, and I caught myself doing it the other night. I mean, you hear something that you're doing that's similar.
Sure.
That's mine. Why are you ripping me off? I'm like, then you got to go. Well, I'm glad somebody's using it because I ain't doing nothing with it.
Well, yeah,
Wake up.
even if I did, even if I was using it, it wouldn't make me anything.
Wake up, you delusional asshole! You're the Nikolai Tesla of broadcasting. Nobody fucking wants you around, but you're better than everyone. I'm kidding. I'm not that delusional. Sometimes.
Not tonight, at least.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Boy, the podcast gods have struck. And then, like, his wrestling company is awful.
Whose wrestling company? What are you talking about?
Billy Corgan. He
has a wrestling company?
Yes, the Northwestern, the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA.
How did he not get sued for that? But okay.
He bought the rights.
I never would have guessed that he was a wrestling fan, but okay.
Yeah, from it started like in 1909, the NWA.
I thought you were going to say 1979.
Now, I do like that song. That song grooves. I don't think it's because of Billy Corgan. I think that's because of Jimmy Chamberlain, to be honest with you. But Red Rum. We all remember Red Rum, don't we?
Of course, yeah.
The man that died in Billy Corgan's bus.
Yes.
Red Rum.
Yeah, that nobody. Well, I mean, that was a while ago. It's understandable why nobody talks about it.
Everybody's like, well, when's the grunge coming back? Well, it's never coming back because they're all dead. They were all a bunch of depressed fucking heroin junkies.
Yeah, they were literally all a bunch of heroin junkies.
They got that bad Seattle heroin.
What do you mean? What do you mean? The Seattle heroin was great until it wasn't.
Ask Kurt.
Yeah, ask Kurt. Ask Kurt. Ask Lane Staley.
And by the way, I listened to Lane Stanley, and what the fuck? Why did nobody go over and help that guy?
Well, I forgot who it was. I think it was don't quote me on this, but I think it was Duff McKagan they believe was the last person to see Lane Staley before he died. And he said that he was in Vegas and it was like, I think he said it was like, like midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that. And he saw Lane just walking down the middle of the road, obviously high as fuck. And he was not okay. And so Duff went over and tried to like grab him and pull him off of the road. So like, you're not okay. We need to get you to a hospital. And Lane just kept on like pushing him off of him. And then eventually he said that Lane just shoved him with all of his might and then just said, "Fuck off. I want to die." And then walked away. And then later he died.
Yeah, but that was in Vegas, they're saying?
Yeah, he died in his hotel room in Vegas.
I thought he died in Seattle.
No.
In his apartment.
No, he died in his hotel room in Vegas.
See, I'm under the impression that Mike Starr was the last guy to see him. He went over and saw that Lane Stanley's arm was all infected and left him there.
Like I said, it might not have been Duff McKagan. I might have gotten that part wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure. That might
be Mike Starr's bullshit story because Mike Starr also was a piece of shit drug addict, the former bass player of Alice in Chains.
Yeah, that might also be true. But yeah, when Lane Staley was discovered, he's apparently been dead for a long time when he was discovered, for like a few days. And if it wasn't for the clothes that he was wearing or the fact that the room was in his name, there wasn't really a way that you could identify the corpse as him.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I know there was reports of him and hanging out. He would be up in Seattle. He was at a bar up the street from where he lived, and he would sit in the corner and have a few drinks. He was missing his teeth. His hair was all falling out, and he had like these septic heroin sores.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, if you looked at Alice in Chains Unplugged and you look at Lane Staley, the motherfucker looked like he popped out his dentures.
It looked bad. And I guess they wheeled him in to the studio to do that last record. Last two songs, he weighed in at about 90 pounds.
Jesus.
And it's like, nobody in the studio, nobody go, hey, well, you know, you think you're in these guys are in these bands are buddies. They don't like each other. They don't give a fuck.
Well,
Lane Stanley's alive or dead, apparently.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's fucking dead.
Yeah. Dead as hell.
Yeah, he's super dead. I'm pretty sure he's super dead. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing that you can make that same argument with like Shannon Hoon of Blind Melon, though. Like the rest of the band seemed like pretty normal dudes, but Shannon, he was fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, he's Guns N' Roses' cousin.
Yeah, basically. But still, but that's the thing though, is that like when you're in a band with somebody who's like on one hand, sure they're your bandmates and yeah, you might be friends, but at what point are they your bandmate, or are you really going to be their fucking dad and be like, hey, you really shouldn't be doing this?
I know. I don't know, because I'm that guy. I won't tell anybody to sober up. You know what I mean? It's not my business.
Right.
But then when these people die, I'm like, well, I probably should have fucking said something. You know?
Well, yeah, it's that rough thing of like I really don't know how I'm trying to articulate what I'm trying to say, but it's you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped is the problem. You know what I mean? And a lot of times these people who have these addiction problems, they don't really want to receive any real help until they've hit rock bottom. And sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes they need to hit rock bottom twice or three times. You know?
Yeah, I mean, look at Andy Dick.
How many times did that dude hit rock bottom? I'm pretty sure he's just scraping his face at rock bottom at this point.
I saw him, he was at some event in Branson, Missouri recently.
Oh, so you know he's making it.
And they brought him out to introduce the band Rat.
Interesting.
And he got there and found out that it's a dry event. There's no alcohol in the venue or allowed.
Oh, no.
So Andy you see Andy all day. Got any alcohol? You got any alcohol? Any alcohol? Alcohol over here? Anything? So he's definitely not sober.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Like I said, nobody's helping him out. Joe Rogan's got $100 million. You can't throw Andy some money? Help him out?
You know that if you gave Andy Dick money, it would just you might as well just burn it in front of you right now. It would just be totally wasted.
Oh God, that's what Sam Kinison used to do back in the day with people.
Would burn his own money?
He goes, you know what's fun? Burning fucking money. And he says he would sit and burn like $5,000 in front of everybody.
I mean, yeah, it gets people's attention. You're burning $5,000 in front of them.
And then he'd wake up the next day fucking pissed, yelling at people. And he's like, who stole my motherfucking money? I had $5,000 in my wallet. Where the fuck is it? What motherfucker stole my money? He said that one comedian grabbed him, that Yakov Smirnov.
Yeah, yeah.
He was living in the same house as Sam Kinison, and he grabbed him by the shirt and is shaking him back and forth. Did you steal my fucking money? He's like, no, you burnt it. He goes, you lying cocksucker. Who burns money?
Yeah. I can also just imagine the whole conversation just going down like, all right, I had $5,000 in here, and I know one of you motherfuckers stole it. So which one of you was it? Sam, you burnt the money again? Yes, again. Okay. So which one of you motherfuckers let me burn the money again? You should have known by now that I wasn't gonna chicken out on that. You should have stopped me. That's on you guys.
Oh God, yeah. Tim, the amount of drugs those cats used to do.
Oh, well, it was the 80s. Everybody was on coke.
Yeah, I mean those movies. It's a good example of everyone that was on coke back in the day. Oh boy, I'm trying to read, and I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's like, it just takes a while sometimes.
I mean, you had to be on coke for how often they were putting out those movies back then.
Just remember, like, all you had to do is like have some girls with some boobs running around at various times, and well, that's it. That's all you really need to do.
Yeah, that's something that I've never that both my dad and my mom have brought up. Weirdly enough, is that there's always something in movies in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s where there's always some sort of excuse to have, like, where they go to the beach and there's a bunch of women in bikinis, or the cops are investigating the murder and they have to go into the strip club for some reason. It's like there's always some excuse to have half naked or naked women in the background somewhere, even if it's for like 2 minutes.
Just 2 minutes. That's all we need.
That's all we wanted. That's all we asked.
Paul says he's had several rock bottom events that forced me on growing up by having my house burned down several times. But not the same rock bottom you're talking about here. I mean,
everybody's rock bottom is different.
How many times do you have to have your house burnt down before you maybe look into flame retardant materials for your home?
Maybe you should look into getting asbestos into your home. I know that's not a good idea, but with how much your house is getting burned down, you might need some unorthodox alternatives.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at the nursing home the other day, or rehab center, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And he said that, his house just got taken out by a tornado.
Damn.
About 2 years ago, and they finally moved back in. And I go, well, did you maybe rebuild a tornado-proof house? And he just looked at me like I'm crazy. I go, did you just build the same type of wood house that got destroyed in 3 seconds? And he looked at me, yeah, why wouldn't I? I'm like, well, I don't know. There's like technology now where you could have probably built a concrete house for less money. And next time a tornado comes through, you can sit and flip it off through the window.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I'm pretty sure if a tornado just hit your house just straight on, even if your house is made of concrete, I'm pretty sure it would still take it out. Or if not take it out, at least fuck up whatever's inside.
Oh no, there's literally tornado-proof housing now.
Well, yeah, but there's no way that shit's cheaper than just a standard house.
And then they got to give you by the time you get your insurance breaks worked out. If you live in a house that can't burn down or fall in a tornado, your insurance is going down quite a bit.
Yes, but you're also living in a rock.
But you still have your home.
Yes, but you're also living in a rock, which means when it's hot out, you're baking like a pizza.
Well, there's just a few things. It's not hot all the time in the Midwest. Only a certain couple of days. I'm sitting
Yes,
here talking like I am talking into the mic on my head. I'm not. I got to get close to the computer.
it's for security. It makes you feel comfortable. Don't question it.
Oh, yeah. And there's fire. Why do you not, like people in California? Why are you not building your houses with fireproof materials?
Also, why are you building your houses on the faces of cliffs?
Yes. Why do we still build houses out of wood? It makes no sense.
Because again, it's probably because it's cheaper and faster. But yeah, at this day and age, it really doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, have you seen those fucking condos and like apartment complexes that they've been expanding and building upon? Those shits have got to be lined with some sort of like. I bet you that shit is nothing but plastic and it's lined with steel wool. There's no insulation in that shit at all.
No, you can hear people talking 3 apartments down.
Yeah, walls are fucking paper thin. Someone goes up to take a piss in the morning, and you could hear their footsteps.
You just I don't know. The housing gets worse. The price keeps going up. I blame that goddamn Joe Biden.
I think it's a little late to be blaming Joe Biden, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm just like Trump. It was Biden's fault. Look at Obama. He's still blaming Obama for stuff.
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. If he can blame Obama for stuff, then we can blame Biden for stuff.
Motherfucker hasn't been in office in 12 years. Move on.
You really think that Obama isn't like in the background? You know what I mean?
Well, of course, yeah. He was running he ran the country for the last 4 years. We know that.
I'm not implying that he ran the country, but I'm just saying, like, do you really think that he isn't like still in the party, pulling strings and talking to people and making shit happen, even though he's technically retired?
Oh yeah, he's the reason they got Biden out of there.
Oh yeah.
The other weird thing is they said that Biden took an Ambien before. Why would you take an Ambien before in a debate? It doesn't make any sense. Did he throw it on purpose?
I see. I've heard that Biden threw his reelection on purpose because they basically told him that the plan was that they were going to force him to step down and make Kamala run, and so he was basically just like, "All right, well, if you're gonna make me step down, then I'm just gonna make us look bad."
It was. I've never seen anything like it.
No. It was really fucking weird. He was like saying some really crazy shit, like even crazier shit than usual, like calling a section of America literal garbage people. And he was like walking around with a "Make America Great" "Make America Great Again" hat on, with like a shit-eating grin on his face.
I remember that.
Like, he was doing some fucking weird shit at the tail end of that, and I really think he was just fucking it up for the rest of the party because they wanted to fuck him out of the presidency.
He was something else, man. He was. I kind of liked it because you know what? No tweets. I think Joe Biden had 4 tweets. I think one was Merry Christmas, one was Happy New Year, Happy 4th of July, and Happy Thanksgiving. That was Joe Biden's texting.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everything else, he had a team of fucking millennials in charge of that shit.
You didn't get out of the middle of the night. Oh, fuck Fox News. They're talking too much shit. I don't know. I've had it with everything political now. I'm burnt out.
Well, unfortunately, we're a marijuana show, so we're political whether we like it or not.
I'm tired of these middle-aged guys telling me that Trump is fucked on my algorithm. I'm tired. I'm tired, Marco. I'm tired.
I know. I was tired of it 8 years ago when I was living even closer to Seattle. When Trump was president, I was hearing people scream about it for fucking 2 goddamn years. That drove me fucking crazy. And now Trump is president again, and people are still crying about it.
enough.
And now even Trump's crying about it. He's screaming about it from the rooftops.
I know he's on top of the roof. He's the Epstein shit's just driving him crazy, and I don't want to hear the name Epstein again. I don't care about the Epstein fucking list.
Really? You don't think that's kind of a big deal?
No, I don't. I'm done. You're not gonna see the fucking list.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying it's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of a big deal.
It's fucked up. I know. I mean, it's the worst shit in the history of shit. Fucking around with all that. But I mean, my algorithm all day, it's Epstein, 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 Epstein. That's all I see and hear about.
Because we want answers, and they're never going to give it to us until 50 years from now, and nobody gives a fuck anymore.
They're still not going to give you the answers then, because it's affecting bloodlines that go so deep. I mean, this involves the royal fucking family. You know, I mean, they killed Paul McCartney for fuck's sakes and put a replacement in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Paul's dead, and they replaced him with a clone.
That's how dirty the Brits are.
So, do you actually believe that Paul's a clone? The Paul McCartney as we know him?
I do.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that the guy has to practice 3 hours before every show because his dexterity is bad because he's not naturally left-handed.
Or, and hear me out on this.
Yeah.
He's fucking old, and he survived a car crash.
But there never was a car crash.
Where the fuck is his wife and kids then?
He didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
His wife and kids died in the car crash.
But he didn't?
No, he survived.
That's what the story was?
Yes.
Oh, the official story, not the real one.
Yeah, the official story, and the story that I agree with. And it's because every single time I've looked into the theory of Paul McCartney being a fake, is that everybody always points out shit like, oh yeah, look, his earlobes are droopier than they were before the crash. Like, well, yeah, just because before the crash he was like 34. This isn't proof of anything. Like, oh look, he's melting. Yeah, that's what happens when you turn 70, you fucking idiots.
I'm just saying, you know, they'll go that far to cover something up. Do you think they're going to let the people on the list be known?
So, okay, so if they killed Paul McCartney, so they killed Paul McCartney because he was on the list or because he was going to say something?
Because, no, I'm just saying they will go to an extent to cover something up.
Why kill Paul McCartney?
Well, they didn't kill him. He was dead. But they didn't want anybody to know he was dead.
Okay, so they weren't ready to let him go.
Because they were afraid of mass suicides.
Do you really think that there would be people that would commit mass seppuku if Paul McCartney died in that car crash?
Yes. Back in that time, those women were in love with that man.
So they cracked open the clone for PR.
Well, money. I mean, they haven't wrote a good song since the car crash. I mean, let's be honest.
Realistically speaking, yeah.
Stop playing live. No, it's really Paul McCartney. I mean, come on. For fuck's sakes. There's more to life than the fucking Epstein list. And what's going to happen when we do get the list? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, we're going to go like, oh, yeah, we have the Epstein list. Now we're going to hand it over to the people that are on the list to dish out the justice.
Yeah, what justice? What justice is going to be served? You're going to put Trump in jail?
Yeah, you tried that, and he got out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what does it prove? Yes, there was. It was Fantasy Island. You went and you banged young girls. Yes, it happens. It's still happening.
Yeah, it's just that this one was at such a grand fucking scale that literally the wealthy and the elite made it so prominent in certain circles that it hasn't really seen the light of day until fairly recently. I think that's more so why people won't shut up about it, is because the shock of it is still, it's still very prevalent in people's heads of like how far this goes and how long this has been going on. But there are people like you and me where we're just like, well, yeah, we've been conspiracy nuts for a long fucking time. We've been on the internet for a long time, and we read a lot of shit from crazy people that turned out to be true.
Yep. That's the way it goes.
That's just how it goes, man. When, especially when this whole Epstein shit even first started, and people were like losing their minds about it. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
yeah. I mean, this is gonna happen at some point. There was gonna be some big fucking, there was gonna be some big ring that was gonna break down at some point.
Well, I like how they what was that last year where they threw fucking the crippled guy under the bus? What's his name? The scientist.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen. They gave Stephen Hawking he's on this list. Here you go. Here's
Yeah,
the messages.
That was the only thing I took away from that, was like, how the fuck is Stephen Hawking getting more pussy than like?
And what crime is he going to commit? He can't touch him.
Actually, did you look up what it was that he requested when he was on the island?
No.
Okay. There's some weird ones. You might have to look it up and do a show on it because it's fucking hilarious. But there's one that I remember is that he requested to have a bunch of midget women in bikinis do long division on a very large blackboard. And he would watch them solve long division on massive like ladders and try to make them solve long division.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
That's crazy.
It really is fucking nuts. I'm like, what is the fuck? I don't get that at all.
It's just. I mean, come on. Holy shit.
But I mean, the dude's a genius, and he's obvious, and he's a fucking cripple. So, I mean, can you really blame the guy? I mean, he can.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a guy you can say no to. He's not like, going to chase you down.
Well, I mean, and also, like, I mean, yeah, he's a brilliant man, and I'm sure he was fucking rich, and he was a scientist and all that. But I mean, he couldn't have been living a fucking happy, wonderful life 100% of the time. The dude had a catheter, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he got around by blowing into a wheelchair.
Yeah, rolling around in a wheelchair using a literal obsolete text-to-speech format that he consistently used for the entirety of his life.
An update on Florida Gators, because people are so much drugs. The Gators are going crazy on the drugs, kind of like the Cocaine Bear, but we got Cocaine Gator.
The sequel to Cocaine Bear is Meth Gators.
Speaking of meth, they took $12.1 million worth of meth off the streets during Sturgis.
What do you mean during Sturgis?
A guy was heading up to Sturgis with $12 million worth of meth in his car, and he got pulled over, and he got busted. Like 100 pounds of meth.
Sheesh. Fucking Walter White over here.
And I'm like, and then I look, and like this year's Sturgis, not a lot of problems.
Just one guy. Just one guy apparently
was bringing the drug the mess there.
Oh, there's no drugs in Sturgis. I'm gonna monopolize this. I'm gonna corner the market and fuck.
Fuck. I'm in for life.
Yep. Brilliant idea turned into the dumbest idea.
I'm gonna make $12 million this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a drug lord in half a year. This is so smart.
Oh God, the other thing before we go, I wanted to mention trolls.
You're talking internet trolls.
I found the greatest trolls ever, and I had it loaded up on the other thing, but maybe I'll play some clips next week of these guys.
Okay.
But they're twin brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And they go out and they are trolling motorcycle gangs.
So just the typical twin switcheroo shenanigans?
No, just two guys that made up a biker name, right?
Uh-huh.
Put their patch on you can't put anything on the bottom or you're gonna get your ass kicked. We're gonna take them colors off you. Like, oh.
Yeah, you can't complete the 3-piece patch or they'll kill you.
You know how many fucking guys got beat up because of fucking Sons of Anarchy jackets they got on Temu?
No, there's literally a war. If you go on Black Label Society's website and you look at their patches for their merch, there is a warning that says that if you buy the 3-piece set, do not assemble the full 3-piece set. Because there are some biker gangs that don't know that Black Label Society is a band and not a motorcycle club.
Yes. You cannot have the 3-piece set.
No.
So these guys have the 3-piece set.
Okay.
They got long hair, long beards, and they go on TikTok and they troll the Hells Angels.
So they have a death wish.
They show up in Sturgis. They were there 3 minutes before like 4 Hells Angels got off their bikes and started walking towards them.
Of course.
They run into this store and lock themselves in the back room and call the cops.
Oh, he's fucking. I remember one time.
So after it all happens,
yes,
they go on TikTok and they go, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, the Hells Angels, you're nothing but a bunch of fucking pussies. Fuck you. And I'm like, we should put a death pool together on how long these guys are going to live.
Oh, yeah. Their only saving grace is that they're probably on the internet or on TikTok a long fucking time. But all they really need is that one instance where one of them is slipping and they're not going live. That's all it takes.
Well, you could tell right away that the guys aren't real bikers because they got good skin and good teeth.
Yeah, and they're young.
And I'm not, by the way, bikers, I'm not saying that all bikers have bad skin, but guys that ride bikes 2,000-3,000 miles through the sun take a few hits to the face. You know what I mean? You're weathered as a biker.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Because you're on a bike all day and weather's hitting your face. So, of course, your face is weathered.
Yes.
I'm not making fun of you or I'm just saying you can tell a guy that rides a motorcycle and a guy that pretends to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. There's the motorcycle gangs, especially the Hells Angels, they do not fuck around when it comes to the patches or stolen valor or anything like that. Like I remember there was this one guy who he wanted to he wanted to hire my tattoo guy to do some work. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And he pulls up a picture of what he wanted tattooed, and it was literally the Hell's Angel flaming skull.
No.
And I was just like, no, he's not going to do that. And he's like, well, why? I'm like, because that's the fucking Hell's Angels logo. And he's like, so? I'm like, so you're going to get fucking killed. And then he really did not understand what the big deal was. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll go talk to my guy. So I drug him down to the tattoo shop. My guy was there. I'm like, hey, my buddy here wants to get a tattoo done. And he's like, what is it? And I showed him the picture, and he literally looked at it for 1 second and went, "No."
No.
Yeah, and my buddy was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Okay, because I'll tell you why. A, because I don't do gang tattoos. I have never done gang tattoos, and I don't want the fucking cops rolling around here because I do gang tattoos. So I'm not doing that. And B, you aren't part of the fucking gang. I can already tell. And C, after they're done torturing you, figuring out who the fuck are you and why do you have that tattoo, they're going to figure out who the fuck gave you that tattoo." And so then yeah, my buddy's just like, "Okay, so not that one." I was like, "Yes, you could literally get any other flaming skull, just not that one."
Yeah, get the one from the comic book.
Yeah, get the one from the catalog. Go literally anyone else, anything else.
Oh my god, it's bikers. They're so sensitive.
Yeah, they're they're sensitive, but they're also not. They're sensitive but insensitive at the same time.
Yeah, so I just thought that's big balls.
Is it? There's a very fine line between bravery and stupidity.
Yeah, because they're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I don't think they're brave. I think they're stupid.
I mean, maybe not now, maybe not in a couple of years, but bikers don't forget shit.
No.
They hold a grudge.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are gonna get their beautiful fucking teeth knocked right out of their mouths.
Yeah, it's especially if they keep doing this and they eventually go up in popularity, they're going to get the attention of the wrong person real fucking quick.
No, there is one biker gang out there that is comprised of just pure undercover CIA, FBI guys. The whole gang.
I think I've heard of them. I don't remember what they're called.
I'm not going to say it on the air. I'll tell you that. I want them over at my place.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, the feds are one thing, but a motorcycle club of feds? That's even worse.
Yeah, I mean, I could throw their patch right up right now, but I'm not going to. I'll fuck with loser Dabbleverse guys, but I ain't fucking with the old 81.
No. Yeah, because at least we can pull up what the Hell's Angel symbol looks like, and they won't kill us for it.
Yeah, I have nothing but respect about biker culture. I understand you have you have your book, your Bible, your biker Bible that you got to live by.
Mm-hmm.
People got to die. People got to die. It's just the way it goes.
It's business.
I mean, Jack's the guy that was the head of the Sons of Anarchy had to go out and shoot his own mother in the back of the head. For Christ's sakes.
I don't remember what that was for, but yeah.
Well, his mom lied about killing his wife.
Okay, that's a bit rough, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch the show. I don't really remember a lot, to be honest.
I don't know. Just watch Othello. It's the same exact thing. It really is. It's Othello with bikes.
That's funny.
Kirk Sutter. He thinks he's. I'm like, dude, you wrote Othello, but rewrote it with bikers in
it. Yeah, but this one has Marilyn Manson in it as a prison Nazi.
Prison bitch.
Yeah.
He took juice. Juice. Oh, I remember that happened when I was doing the podcast. Oh, that was the best clip ever.
I do have one other. I did bump into somebody who, I'm not going to say too much information, but when I used to be a carpet cleaner at one point, and there was this guy who called me in to, just clean out his living room, hallway, bedrooms, standard fare. And as I was like cleaning, and he was like an older dude, fat guy, wore a back brace the whole time, which was kind of weird, but I wasn't gonna question it. You know, dude obviously has back problems. So then, just this older guy who just for some reason was just like, hey, you wanna go see my bikes? Like, okay, sure. So you go into his garage, and yeah, he's got a couple of Harleys, and he's like, yep, that one's my son's and that one's mine. I was like, yeah, those are real nice. And then I was looking around in the garage, and I see some black and white pictures, and I'm like, oh, who's that? And he's like, oh, that's me. That's those are my friends. And I see the skull, the Hell's Angels skull on his on the like on the lapel of his jacket, and I pointed at it, and I was like, so you were in the Hell's Angels? And he just looked at me dead in the eyes, and he said, yeah, and that's the last time you will hear me admit that. And so I was just like, okay, can I ask you a kind of personal question? He's like, that depends on the question. And I was like, so you used to be in the Hells Angels? And he said, yeah. I'm like, how are you not dead? And he said, well, I didn't necessarily leave. I was let go.
I was let go.
Yeah, and I was like, what do you mean you were let go? And he like patted his back brace, and he said, well, because I was driving down the highway. Some other rival gang pulled up on a bike next to me, and they pulled out a gun and they shot me. And he's like, I got shot through the arm. I got shot twice through the stomach. One hit my spine.
Jesus.
And he was going down the highway, so he was probably going like 60 or 70 miles an hour. And so he fucking crashes. And then as he crashes, he gets run over by a fucking truck.
Jesus.
And yeah, and so then he was in the hospital for months, going through like physical therapy and all that shit. And then by the time he got out, the gang was just like, we would feel too bad if we like forced you to keep doing business. It's just like, we're surprised that you're even fucking alive right now. So we'd rather just let you quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, he's not going to be, and he's still riding though. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like, just to like go to like, go to the store or like go hang out with friends or something, but not like serious riding. I think it was mostly like his son that does more of the bike riding. But yeah, that was just kind of there was like one of the wildest customers I've ever had, just talking to this old biker dude telling me about his old stories. It's like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, man. The 70s Hells Angels and the Hells Angels of today are two separate things.
Yeah, it's a very different breed. It's very much like in the fucking, like in those mob movies where you talk about where you see the side by side of like the old mob, where they had their rules and their regulations and how they respected the old country, and then it's their kids or their grandkids who are raised in America. They're just like, oh yeah, let's go sell drugs.
I mean, the modern Hells Angels literally is just basically a club.
It pretty much is at this point. You can't really get away with too much at this point.
I mean, most guys have regular jobs. A lot of guys go out and truck drive or construction, and basically they just pay the dues.
Pretty much.
Which people don't understand about the biker gang is you do things to pay your dues. You're not always committing crimes. You just got to pay your dues, or they kick the living shit out of you. That's one bill you're not late on every month.
Well, yeah, you got to keep the clubhouse going somehow.
But what you get in return, a clubhouse. Woo, boy. Oh, boy. Wow. You like sex, drugs, and rock and roll? Little Molly Hatchet action? That's the reason why everybody joins the club, is the clubhouse.
Well, yeah. And also, there are just some people that love hanging out with absolute psychopaths.
Yeah, I mean, and most of the guys in the Angels now are legitimate dudes. They're not criminals.
Well, yeah, because all of the hardcore motherfuckers are either in jail or dead.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think how hard is it now for a biker gang to move drugs? I mean, they got to be looking at them 24 hours a day.
Well, yeah, and also you gotta look the part. You ride a Harley, you wear leather, and you have patches on your back that say what your allegiance is, and there are cameras on every fucking street light.
Exactly.
There's no fucking way that you're going to traffic drugs.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I would have wear the I'm a criminal costume and
Yeah.
go and commit crimes. I mean, you got to be an idiot to do that, right?
Yes, you're literally setting yourself up as a villain in a fucking movie.
Because in 1975, nobody had a camera. I mean, nobody. What are they going to get you with a Polaroid driving away?
Right. Yeah, well, this blurry ass Polaroid picture says that the car was definitely red.
And then they show up to the clubhouse. Say like, "Yeah, we got reports of a gentleman with long hair, a long beard, and a biker patch on."
And he might have been wearing sunglasses.
And they look around. There's 800 guys fitting that description.
Right.
Okay, well, the cops. Well, you got to give us one of you.
All right, we'll give you this idiot who literally doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, cheating on your girlfriend, committing crimes, having any fun whatsoever, it's over.
Yeah, pretty much. You just got to do what I do and just fuck off into the woods. But then when you fuck off into the woods, you got to deal with the wildlife.
Yeah, you still got wildlife cameras.
Well, yeah, but that's if you're fucking around in an area that you shouldn't be.
You can't live freely anymore.
No, you can't even fucking go camping anymore for free. You have to pay a fucking fine just to go onto government property, to go onto a fucking state park, and then go camping in a fucking state park. But it's just, oh yeah, you could go hiking anywhere you want as long as it's within this curfew. And oh yeah, if you're camping, you have to camp in this designated camping spot, which you have to share with all of these other camping spots that are within earshot of each other. Yeah, this is camping. This is great.
I got to hear the story of Darby Allin, the wrestler from AEW who just recently climbed Mount Everest.
Did he?
So I always thought, in my mind, that you show up to Mount Everest on the bottom of the mountain, right?
Right.
You climb up, take your picture at the top, and you come down in one day, right?
I don't think you start exactly on the bottom, but yeah.
No. It starts with an 8-day hike.
Yes.
To base camp.
Mm-hmm.
It took him 2.5 months to climb Mount Everest.
I bet the dude's old.
No, Darby, he's a young guy. He's like 30 years old. He like trained.
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah,
anyway, go on.
He hangs out like he's like a Bam Margera skate guy. He hangs out with Bam Margera and Tony Hawk and those kind of guys and skateboards.
Gotcha.
And he's a professional wrestler. He's like them Gen X guy. He's a straight edge.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, he got 2.5 months it takes to climb Mount Everest. I had no idea. I thought you showed up and climbed and went home, and you went home the next day. I didn't know it took almost 3 months.
Yeah, it's literally the highest peak on the planet.
And he said that he saw 7 bodies, 2 fresh bodies that he didn't see on the
Yep.
way back.
Yeah, those are there are bodies on the trail to Mount Everest of people that had died, and instead of removing them, they leave there as landmarks so that they don't get lost.
That's crazy. I had no idea it was that intense and that crazy.
What the fuck did you think it was just going to be Santa's workshop up there?
No, I mean I knew it was. I didn't know there was just dead people laying there. I mean that's crazy.
Well, yeah, because they're frozen solid. You'd have to bring in some fucking equipment just to get their corpses off.
You can't when they're dying. You can't throw them in a fucking toboggan and throw them down for a doctor. I don't understand.
Well, you can actually look up the stories of these people and how they died. It's pretty much just consistently either this person didn't listen to the Sherpa and went down his own path, and he went off into this ice cave and froze to death. And then there's other ones where it's just like, oh yeah, this woman tried to climb up Mount Everest, but then the blizzard got too intense and she fell off, and she landed there.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, there's only like a 3 month period where you can climb it, and they only issue 400 passes a year.
Yeah, dude, it's no fucking joke.
Yeah, I thought millions of people are climbing that mountain every day. It's they can fly in, climb, come down.
I mean, it's pretty much gotten to that point now. It seems like it. They've made it an effective tourist trap out of it. But yeah,
But yeah, you got to literally hike. Fuck no. Okay, that's off my bucket list.
climbing Mount Everest was on your bucket list.
Yeah, I thought they could just drop you off about 10 feet from the summit. You just kind of walk up, they take your picture, you jump back on a helicopter and get the fuck out of there. But no, they don't do that.
Do you have any idea how high the peak of Mount Everest is?
Yeah, to a point where there's no oxygen there anymore.
Yes, you would literally need an oxygen tank.
Yeah, he had to learn for 3 years how to do this special breathing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you're slowly gaining altitude as you go higher and higher and higher, which means that you're hiking, so you're exerting more energy and breathing in more oxygen. But as you're going higher, there's less oxygen. So if you don't know how to do it properly, you're gonna pass out and die.
Yeah, I tell you what, I almost Red Rocks almost got me in Denver.
Yeah, if Red Rocks almost got you, there was no way you're gonna make it on Everest.
It's like it's the coolest place to see a concert, but my God, it's just stairs and walking and walking and walking in that altitude. To a point you're just sitting there sick to your stomach because the altitude sickness. You don't want to drink a beer or nothing. So yeah, I don't think I'm making Mount Everest.
Yeah, well, and also because you're going to have to figure out how you're going to go over to Nepal without violating some sort of law.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to leave the country probably ever again.
Yeah, probably not, unless you can get those records expunged. But I'm not sure how easy or hard that is. But I'm going with it's probably damn near impossible.
I had a black guy tell me in jail. I was kind of bummed out. He goes, man, you know what I do when I want to travel? I go to the Epcot Center. I go all over the world in one day, and I don't violate my parole. I was like, what the fuck?
What, no.
You want to go to Spain? It's in Epcot. You want to go to Italy? It's at Epcot. I mean, you go to Vegas, you go to Paris every day. You know how many chicks I've taken over to the Eiffel Tower here in Vegas?
But yeah, there's the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty and Caesar's Palace and the fucking orb, for God's sake.
If you take your girl on the gondola ride,
of course there's a gondola ride.
You're gonna gondola get some head.
She's gonna gondola these nuts.
women. You put a woman on a boat, it just does something to women. It melts their insides. I don't know what it is. I'm probably looking at that strong Italian man rowing the boat in front of us. That's probably what gets her horny, not the actual boat ride.
I mean, have you seen those dudes' arms?
Yeah, I know. It's intimidating. It's like, well, all a guy does is row boats all day.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, the dude does that all day. Of course, he's literally fucking prison jacked. He's worked out his "don't fuck me" muscles because that's the muscles that you need in order to operate a gondola.
Gondola. He does a rowing machine for work.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got it. I think we did it. Did we?
Yeah, I think we've salvaged what we could for this show anyway.
I apologize first to Marco. I hope that's just a temporary thing because literally I finally mastered that whole system over there.
Yeah, you literally I saw it in real time too. Like you had the fucking computer pulled up and you were figuring it out. You were sharing the screen, you were pulling stuff up. It's like, oh my god, this is actually working. And then the fucking Rumble studio just crashes and everything that we've been trying to do is just fucking up. So at least I hope that this episode was at least somewhat salvageable, but at least you can look forward to next week's episode, and we can guarantee you it'll probably be better than this one.
Yeah, it's I expected this, episode 1, not episode 87 into the series.
Yeah,
I think I didn't even we had such a good streak going.
Yeah, it was we were bound to dip off eventually. This was going too good for us because, like I mentioned earlier, we reached over 100 followers on Rumble, and we were riding on that high pretty good. But all good things will. I was gonna say it's gonna come to an end, but it's not ending.
No, we're I'm 3 hours deep personally into this nightmare tonight.
Yes.
But I really I want to thank Pause Reality for hanging out, and I want to apologize for Pause tonight. The chat thing's still sketchy with me, so we kind of got lost in some stuff, but we kind of kept it close, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I think we did the best we could with scrambling together and trying to put out something at the least.
I think we did a typical shitty podcast like most guys usually do.
If that's where the bar is set, then yeah, I think we hit that.
I mean,
we passed that.
I've done everything I could not to have a podcast like this, like everybody else's. This will be the highest rated one ever. You wait and see.
Yeah, this is the one that'll actually get people's attention. It was like, you know what? I've been such a proponent about marijuana for so long, but this show seems real catchy. And then it just does it. Then they tuned in, and then it's just me going like, Johnny, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm stoned.
They're like, we kind of like the new format, guys. Like, what? The one that requires no work is the one you like? I could have been saving 3 hours before every show.
Can you imagine if that was the show? It was just me calling you stupid because you can't figure out how to do the show.
Yep.
We just do that every week. We got paid to do that.
People would really like to hear us fight every week. I mean, like, really get into it.
Yeah. It's too bad. It's too bad that we're stoned because I couldn't fight with somebody even for a bit.
We tried that one bit. I tried that one bit on you that one time when I asked you if you fucked my wife, which is like, there's no even possible way that it could even happen.
No, that's why I didn't take it seriously at all, because I was just like, there's no feasible way that could possibly even fucking happen.
Like, physically impossible.
Yes. Unless you think I have a dick that stretches all the way to the other side of the country. How much money do you think I fucking make?
Or are you at my wife's house right now pretending you're in a different part of the country?
I mean, she did say that she needed some help with these weird glowing crystals, but I wasn't going to ask questions.
I don't know, man. She's been way too quiet lately. It must mean.
Well, obviously that means she's thinking about you.
No, I mean she's hopefully getting some good dick.
Hopefully, he says.
No, I like when the exes find real love.
Yeah, good for them, I guess.
And they can be the next alimony victims. Get married quickly, please. Please fall in love with my wife and marry her. This alimony's killing me.
Yes, please make her your problem.
All right, let's go. Oh, one quick story before we leave. My buddy got married.
Congratulations.
After the wedding, his father-in-law, the father of the bride, comes up to him, looks him straight in the eyes, shakes his hands, and he smiles, and she goes, "She's your fucking problem now, buddy." Then turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
And she would chase him. They would literally have car chases down the street. She'd do the pit maneuver on his car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy chick.
Yeah, I remember one time I was dating this chick, and I eventually got around to meeting her mom, and just nothing bad. Just standard, asking questions, so what do you do for work? How old are you? How long have you been dating? Or the standard fare. And then she breaks off to go to the bathroom or something, and it was just me and her mom. And the first thing she says to me is she just kind of stares at me for a couple of seconds, and then she just goes, "What are you doing with her?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "You're way too nice for her." And that was her mom. She just straight up told me, it was just like, "Why are you with her?"
I don't know. I'm crazy. I think that maybe I can love her into sanity.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I could make it work. I don't know. I'm stupid.
I thought if I could maybe provide some stability for her and just, give her the love she's never had. And,
yeah, I thought that would be good enough, but I guess not.
You stay up till 9 in the morning, even though you have to go to work at 10. You have to stay up for 2 days because you're up all night calming her and loving her. And next thing you know, she's stabbing you in the chest at 2 in the morning because you're cheating on her with her sister. But the funny thing is, she doesn't have a sister.
What a fucking M. Night Shyamalan twist that turned out to be.
Yeah, I told you the story about the chick that I was living with that moved her brother in.
Yes, you have told me that.
Yeah, it wasn't her brother. It was her lover. Anyways, yeah, you think Paz is... Well, Paz, now we know. Now we have to add on top of him being run over by a car. His mind was melted by the government. And now we found out that several of his family homes burnt to the ground. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
It's bad enough that he lives in gator infested swamps. Now his house just keeps burning down.
You might want to get some of that flame retardant clothing.
Quick, we got to get some water to put it out. Actually, fuck the water.
And by the way, they sell weed nowadays without seeds in it. So, there's not seeds popping and lighting your carpet on shag carpeting on fire anymore.
Is that what's causing it?
Yeah, weed seeds.
I remember one thing that we would do just to fuck with people is we would take our lighter and you would rub the flint of the lighter without actually lighting it. We would just shave off some of the flint into their bowl so that when they would go to light it, it would light up like a Yeah, it would light up like a sparkler. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And we'd be like, whoa, who laced your shit, bro? Just have them tripping the whole fucking night.
That was great.
Yeah.
Put the old load in the cigarette gag.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting a snapper in a joint.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh God, I kind of like not having friends sometimes. I hate the fucking goofs.
Well, I mean, having friends is great, but if you have friends for long enough, eventually you just get bored.
But I do know one thing about fires and stuff firing down on cigarettes now, right?
Uh-huh.
We look at the barcode; it says FSC,
Uh-huh.
and that stands for Fire Safe Cigarette.
Is it?
That has saved my life. The FSC. If I was smoking 30 years ago, I'd be dead.
What makes the cigarette fire safe?
If it's not drawn upon, it goes out.
So it just doesn't keep perpetually burning.
Yeah, so if you put it in the ashtray, it will stop. Like how
So you're telling me that the cancer that they coat the cigarettes with is to prevent it from burning my house down.
yes. Do
Have
you
you
know
have you considered, I don't know, not burning your house down?
Well, I have counted probably 12 times where I've gotten shit-faced drunk and woke up and there's a burn spot in my sheets
Yeah, do you know how many times that's happened to me?
with the
Like-
cigarette still sitting there. I'm like, if this was 1975 with the non-fire safe cigarette,
You'd be dead.
I'd be dead and it would just kept burning.
Yeah, you would have burned down your whole fucking house, your whole apartment complex. Yeah,
Less
Yeah,
gunpowder in the cigs now. He goes, Boss says.
yeah. Although now that I think about it, I do have vague memories of my grandma when she would smoke cigarettes, and sometimes she would smoke like a fucking chimney. And there are some times that she would just sit in her chair, smoke, and watch TV. And there are some days where I swear to God, I have seen her passed out in her chair, holding a cigarette in her fingers, and I would watch that cigarette burn through her fucking fingers,
Oh my God.
and she would still sleep.
That's back in the day. The old truck drivers used to put cigars in their fingers, so if they fell asleep, it would wake them up.
Well, yeah, but that was before you could get diet meth.
Yeah. Adderall, all Adderalled up.
Some good old peppers.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we survived 2 stoned 87. 87.
Oh.
It's weird, isn't it? We're in 87, the 87.
So what if we learned this episode? We might not be built for climbing Mount Everest.
Nope, no Mount Everest. We learned that
I learned that StreamYard is still a backup plan, which is good to know.
well, I had to sign up for the premium.
So
But they had a free trial.
okay. So until that free trial is expired, we're in the negative.
Yeah, I could just run fucking shows nonstop.
You could. In theory, you could.
But why?
But why? Why would you?
We'll be back next week with 2 stoned. As the equipment gets better, we're dealing with some growing pains this week, but we are growing, and we
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, that is a good way of putting it. We are dealing with growing pains.
If we just stuck to the way we used to do things, we'd be fine tonight.
Well, if the way that we used to do things would actually function properly.
So we got 7 days to fix it. All right. Good luck. Good luck, production team. I did have the dream the other night of being Howard Stern.
You dreamed that you were like in the studio in Howard's seat?
Yeah, like they gave me the job, but I got
Oh,
to
okay.
keep his whole crew and everything there, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Kind of a like. Could you imagine? You wake up in the morning, you walk downstairs, you flip the switch on, you look at your computer, the whole show's written for you. People will bring you food, drinks, whatever. All you have to do is sit down and talk. There's no production, there's no hitting buttons, there's no running the boards.
Would I still be getting paid 100 million?
I mean, I do it for free.
I do it for free if you motherfuckers would just do all the work.
They do all the work. He just shows up like he does. Half the shit he says is written for him.
Well, yeah. Yeah. You got to get the best show possible. So yeah, get all the questions right in front of them.
Unbelievable. Just tonight was such a nightmare. And I'm going to need some therapy.
Which is
tonight.
why we don't get paid shit for this show.
We should, God damn it. This is going to go down as one of the, probably one of the vintage episodes.
Yes.
They go back to the back catalog of just the complete shit show.
Yeah, the absolute shit of the shit show that is Two Stoned. They'll look back on this, and by they I mean we, because I'm sure we're still going to be the only people listening to this.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to go. I don't even. Well, do I? You know what? I'll put the outro in post.
Oh, you could do that in StreamYard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I can add the outro and intro when I do the editing later, and I will edit it because it did turn out to be a halfway decent show at the end.
Yeah, but I don't want to force anybody to sit through 20 minutes of us figuring out what the fuck we're even doing.
That was the worst. And the worst thing is I'm having a conversation. Thank you, Paz, once again. Thank you, brother. I love you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Paz, always for showing up. Always glad to see you.
You're talking. I'm talking back to you, thinking that you're hearing me for about 2 minutes.
Well, I was wondering what was going on there because, well, yeah, like I said, for like the last 20 minutes, it was like you were muted and then you weren't muted and then you kicked yourself out. And then I was like, I'm the host of this show now, but I have no control over anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like me last night.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about a regret. What the hell was wrong with me last night?
I don't know, man.
That was something. That was some weird ass shit, man. All right, go listen to it. You still got a week. Twitch.
Yeah.
Over on Twitch. Marco V193.
Yeah, it'll be up until next Monday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where me and Johnny will continue our playthrough of Mass Effect 3. So go over to Marco V193 so that you can at least watch the episode that you missed, and you'll be caught up on our story when we continue it next week. And speaking of next week, like Johnny said, next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for more Two Stoned on MHH Network on YouTube and Rumble. And more of the MHH Network, the MHH News Desk, and the new Minnesota Vikings Vicast.
Oh, God.
On MHH Network on Rumble.
Ugh. But yeah, that one's got some growing pains, too. Ouch.
You're doing something different. I can appreciate that. You're doing something a little different.
No, I just figured out I got to do a different clipping thing. Just playing the game through and stopping it 18 times. Not good. You got to play the clips little by little. But it was fun. Saturdays, check it out. And hopefully we'll get this Rumble Studio thing fixed.
Yeah. If not, then we'll have to figure out how StreamYard works real fucking quick.
Now, if I listen back to this and it sounds amazing, maybe we'll stick you. I don't know. It's real finicky with the Wi-Fi, though. The StreamYard is the problem.
Yeah. Maybe save it for when you're back in Vegas and you have your original setup.
But on the other hand, we can record it, and it just takes what you do on your end and my end and puts it together. If there's any type of lag or anything, but We didn't have any problems on. All right. Way inside baseball. Good night.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yes, there we go.
We're getting real deep in the weeds. Let's outro here. Let's go. Oh, are you gonna play that the new outro that I made that I sent you?
No.
No, you're saving that.
Well, I was, and it's loaded on the other.
I know, but that's what I'm asking. Is are you gonna throw it into here?
Oh yeah, later. Yes, in post. Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right. So yeah, we'll yes, we'll yes. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the new rendition of our outro. I'm sure you'll find it just as funny as we do it. If not, well, too bad. We think it's funny.
Good night, everybody, and I'm going to end the stream when I figure out how to end the stream. Oh, there it is. There we go. There's a big red button.
Yes. All right. Good night.
All right. Thanks, brother.